Do you ever think about those bullies and where they might be today? I mean,
Um, Not so much. I think that the only message that I can possibly give to a bully, I think, is that when they grow up, when they perhaps get married and they have children, and something maybe happens with their children, that they think, actually, I was one of those bullies,
mm,
and they would hate it that in fact. So if there is a message that gets to them, I'm hoping that might be the one. It's not
absolutely,
always
yeah.
going to, but I would hope
Well,
that
I
would be
hope
the
they're
case.
listening to this now.
Well,
Yeah.
who knows?
If so, please send your apologies to
Well,
Ryduna Radio.
I don't even think actually that I want an apology, because I guess it's part of growing up and making it. But I just want people to realize that there are ramifications,
Mm,
because not everybody's strong,
yeah.
and it can drive to despair, or even worse than that.
Mm.
And if they've got nobody that they can speak to, nobody they can tell, and then it's sort of too late, isn't it?
Who did you tell at the time? Was your mum you go to, or do you
um,
remember?
well, I had to tell my mom and my dad because the police were involved, because they wanted it to go to court.
Of course.
Because I don't think it was just me. I think there was a number of people, but because I was sort of young, they didn't want me to go through that trauma of going to court. And
Mm,
I guess in those days you wouldn't have a private room or something, so it would have been very public.
mm,
So it was, I guess it was when the police got involved that I had no choice but to
of
say,
course.
look, this has
But
been
that
going.
must have been quite empowering as well, like to have the police. I mean, thank God in this country, we have
Yeah,
a police force who actually does take, a knife crime very, very seriously.
yeah,
Of course, nowadays a lot of this is all online, and the online bullying that kids can follow them. I mean, it's in their bedroom. They'll be sitting there on their phones,
and
and
you don't know.
you don't know.
This is the thing, you don't know. And that with all the sort of things, and I remember having an interview with you about AI, and I said, yeah, it can actually be a wonderful thing, um, but if it's used badly for either to maybe get some photographs of people or something, and then use it as a form of blackmail
Hmm.
or something like that, I think when you're of a certain age, you just don't know how to deal with that, and there's a real fear, and you can get dragged into something. So
It's I mean, the worst outcome, of course, is for someone to take their own life,
yes,
and we know that that is a thing. That children's mental health is particularly scary because, I mean, yeah, we don't always know about it until it's too late, And I've been working on a few mental health initiatives, and I've spoke to parents who have lost their, children,
mm.
and only found out afterwards through, the police investigating into their phones that actually, yeah, it was because they were
But
being
the
harassed
children
online.
weren't able to discuss it with the parents, which is sad, and the parents, if you like, weren't able to get to the bottom of it,
Mm.
and it's so sad. It's so, but I have to say now, going through all perhaps the things that I did go through, and that's really why I've mentioned it, because there is always hope.
Mm.
You can come out of these things, and I hope it can make you a better person.